Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I am here with one of the new layouts from the Happy Planner. This is the pregnancy layout. So I'm excited to flip through this planner, but just first of all, if you hear any background noises, I apologize. It is the weekend, so I'm trying to get things done while the kids are at home and while all the chores are being done as well. So I did want to go ahead and get this video out and just start recording, trying to get back into the habit of doing the YouTube thing while everything else is also happening. But like I said, this is the pregnancy layout. It is one of the new layouts from the Happy Planner. I will say that the Happy Planner did ages ago, like years ago, release a pregnancy planner. And that planner was actually set up very similar to like a classic vertical planner where it was, I think it was 12 months. It was 12 months, maybe 9 months. I'm not actually sure. 9 or 12 months of a classic vertical. And the only difference was that the currently page had a sorry for the noise, had a pregnancy theme, and so it was like basically the currently page had like the monthly milestones. If I can find a photo of it, I will pop it on the screen so you can kind of see what that looks like. This, however, is what I consider a brand new layout. It's a completely different format, and so this one is called Butterflies and Blooms. I found this at Joann's, I believe, either Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I went to several stores, and it was a couple of days ago, and I've already been so busy that I've forgotten what is going on with life, and I don't remember where I picked it up. But it was either Joann's or a Hobby Lobby. I'm thinking it was Hobby Lobby. Now that I'm trying to like recall what I've done. But again, Butterflies and Blooms. The cover says Growing, Blooming, Becoming, and it's gold foil. Hopefully you can see that. This cover is gorgeous. I love that. The discs are like a light mint color, so I really love the color here. I actually really love the whole vibe of this planner, the setup of this. It really doesn't scream like pregnancy on it. It just says Growing, Blooming, Becoming. I'm also realizing it says down here too, Hoping, Dreaming, Wishing. I love that. It's actually a really lovely cover. I love that. All right, so the inside has like this kind of pattern here. This looks to me, I think that I flipped through the baby's first year layout, and I felt like it had a very similar inside cover. So again, this is the pregnancy planner. And so as I mentioned, the previous iteration of the pregnancy planner from the Happy Planner was a basically a classic vertical, which is like the currently page being the pregnancy related part of it. The dividers were also pregnancy themed, if I remember correctly, but this is just something completely different. So the hello page, gorgeous, I love this. It says Happy Planner Pregnancy Edition. This planner belongs to, and of course you can put your name. If you're wanting this as a cover page and you just love the florals here, you can just use a piece of washi and cover up the pregnancy edition, and then it would just be a lovely like kind of floral hello page for you. Right, and then here it says, congratulations, your journey to joy starts here. Happy Planner is excited to help you document your pregnancy and journey to joy as you prepare to bring your baby into the world. Planning for self-care while researching and checking off all your to-dos along the way is an important part of a balanced pregnancy. We've created this planner to eliminate some of the guesswork, allowing you to harness your imagination and document everything as your heart and belly grow. But first, how did you first learn you were pregnant? Write your experience below. Right, so I love that. That's just such a like a great journaling spot just to open up and just kind of like have a journal spot about like what your own discovery about your pregnancy was about. So I love that. I really love that. All right, so this first divider here is, it says first trimester, and look at that. Isn't that so cute? I think that's gorgeous. All right, and so here, oh man, should I read all of this to you? I feel like I should. Okay, so it says first trimester checklist. I won't read all of it. I'll just hold it up to the camera so you can see it. But it says first, right here, first trimester checklist. As you look forward to meeting your baby, you may feel like you don't know where to begin. Happy Planner is here to support you during this journey. Use the following checklist to get started with your planning. And again, I won't read all of it, but let me just hold it up. Here's the first half of what that looks like, and I'll scroll up so you can kind of see this. All right. So again, I'll just scroll just slowly so that way, just in case you need to like take a look at it. I'll point out a couple of the ones that I thought were like super interesting and I think really important first trimester activities. Right here it says research and select a local OBGYN. I think that's super important to take care of your prenatal appointments. Like down here, this is, my husband is an economist, so he would love this one. It says future education savings accounts. So we went ahead and set up for both of our girls their educational accounts. I can't remember the number because I'm not an economist, but like whatever their college funds were, we went ahead and did that. One of the things, I don't know if it's in here, that I thought was really important was just to go ahead, while pregnant, I don't know if it's going to be first, second, or third trimester, but definitely taking a look at your insurance and just making sure that you are setting yourself up for success there, and making sure that you meet the time window for changing over your insurance for the new baby. So I thought that was really important. I like this right here. It says helpful tips, getting organized. Even though we live in a digital world, you're going to receive endless amounts of important paperwork. By dedicating and maintaining a folder for all pregnancy-related paperwork, you are setting yourself up for success during your preparation and planning process. And it says important things to document: personal and partner's medical history, including allergies or complications, surgeries or procedures, medications or vaccinations, chronic conditions, family medical history, and then healthcare portal logins. Again, I think that's really good. You can actually use some of the pages here to be able to do some of that. I would also maybe recommend adding in envelopes, so that way you can start collecting some of those documents and just putting it all in here as like a pregnancy medical record. I think that would be a really smart way of doing it. I'm just skimming through some of this. Look at this. It says, make sure you assess your wardrobe, including your footwear. I think that's very important later on in the trimester, later on in the pregnancy, because yeah, you might need to change your footwear. Okay. So here is the first month, right? It says month of, and you just put the date, the month, and then there's a graph section for notes, and then a small to-do list, and then of course it has the monthly, which is Sunday to Saturday. I also didn't mention here, but this is the checklist for and it says right here at the very, very bottom, first trimester. So your checklist for the first trimester. So you don't have to just rely on this as your like small little corner. I'm assuming it has several months. You can see here the 3 months for the first trimester. So I really like that setup where you're able to put all the months together. And then when you flip to the next section, it says first doctor's appointment. At your first prenatal checkup, use this checklist to ensure you are asking all the important questions. Remember to bring your healthcare documents and this happy planner to take notes. So doctor's information, there's some healthcare questions. Again, I won't read those to you, but I'll just hold it up just in case you want to see them. Hopefully this is even showing up on the camera. And then one of the things that you might receive in the first doctor's appointment, I didn't get this until I think the 8-week appointment. So it might not be necessarily your first appointment. So I guess if you're going in earlier than 8 weeks, they might not give you your projected due date, but at some point in one of your appointments, you'll get the projected due date, your estimated due date. And then here's a list for all of the upcoming appointments that you have. I'm trying not to read every single thing to you, but I think this is to me, very useful as a planner, because these are the things that I want to track and keep track of. And I like the idea of having some journaling and having some planning related stuff that are specific to the pregnancy. I just think that's super useful. Right, then here it says 4 weeks, and so it's by week. You can see here. So here in 4 weeks, you have the put the month, how many weeks you have left to go, how are you feeling, and then this is a reference to all the different food related items, the size that your baby is. So for 4 weeks, your baby is about the size of a poppy seed. Right, this week's activities, it says people to see or places to be, classes or education, self-care, relationship, and that seems to repeat here. Of course, this section right here with the food does change every single week, but then it has a very small section for a weekly calendar, and kind of I guess journaling or note spot, and then weekly priorities, things to do for this week, and then daily habits. The habits are hydrate, move, nourish, self-care, meds, and vitamins. Again, I think very useful for a pregnancy planner. I also can see this working really well just as a very simplified planner, and so of course there's lots of things that are pregnancy related. So this would be pregnancy related, this would be fairly pregnancy related. Of course you can cover that up. The 4 weeks, 5 weeks, that could also be kind of pregnancy related. So a lot of this you might have to cover up, but the rest of it I feel would be very useful for anyone. And so the pages are 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and everything looks the same in terms of the different sections. Then you have 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Again, the food does change over time. And it goes all the way through to 13 weeks. And then at the end of the 13th week, it has first trimester. Looking back, first trimester, you may be experiencing many emotional and physical changes. Take a moment to reflect on how you've been feeling and the things you are most looking forward to in your second trimester. And again, a journaling spot right here. How is your baby growing and showing? And then here's a spot for your ultrasound photo. I love that. First ultrasound photo is like right here. You can just plop it right in there. I love that. And so this is second trimester. This one says, today is a gift. I love the butterflies. So cute. Right. Again, I won't read the second trimester checklist to you, but this is what's on the back of the divider. I'll hold it up a little bit closer. I'm trying to be good about like showing you everything, but not reading everything to you. So hopefully this is slow enough for you to be able to see everything. Okay, again, like second trimester checklist. I've got the laundry going on in the background too. I don't know if you can even hear that or not, but it's kind of funny. All right. So hopefully that was slow enough for you. If it was not slow enough for you, just let me know and I'll read out some of the comments to you. And again, you get the, actually this one for first trimester was a checklist. Here it just says notes, and it says notes first trimester. So I don't know if that was misplaced. Oh yeah, it is misplaced. So this one says first trimester notes as well. Huh. I feel like that should have, yeah, okay, so this should have been maybe like, this should have been a page like right here. There should have been a page right here, and there should also be a page for the second trimester right there. But here's the checklist, like in the first trimester. And then you get the 3 months. All right, that all looks the same, right? And then you get the weeks as well. So again, very similar. It looks like the same prompts and same like kind of breakdown of each of the sections here. Again, I really love this. I like this section for keeping track of like just making sure that you're staying on top of like keeping yourself motivated and like taking care of yourself during the process. But it does go through the several weeks of the second trimester. And then at the end here, it has second trimester notes. This is just kind of interesting where it changes, right? So it says second trimester. So at the end of the first trimester, it had a journaling spot, but it doesn't give you the same thing here for the second trimester. So that's different. This is the third trimester divider. It says joy is the beauty that blooms from a heart of gratitude. This is gold foiling, right? Third trimester checklist here. I'm starting over just because I was like off screen for half of it. So let me just go slowly. I hope you can read this. This is not a pro setup, you know, so it is not where I've got like the super quality video equipment or any of that type of stuff. Okay, so if you see something or I'm going too fast or it's hard to read something, feel free to leave me a comment and I will type it out for you. I didn't do this for the second trimester, but I did want to highlight some of the things that I thought for my 2 pregnancies at least that were kind of important. The one that like kind of stuck out to me was pack and prepare for your hospital stage to make sure that you have your entertainment plan. I went ahead and just purchased a bunch of Kindle books so that way I would have that ready, and then just make sure that I packed my hospital bags. And then here, this is so funny. The hospital test run, just making sure that you're able to make it to your hospital in time, like with traffic, with logistics, with like just following the correct route and being diverted around things like schools and stuff like that. I thought that was really kind of an interesting one to consider. There's a note here about car seats. You definitely want to make sure that you are prepared because your baby won't be able to go home with you if your car seat isn't in the car. So make sure that you get that installed in the car so that you're ready for that. And then this one I thought was kind of cool. Create a plan for the first 24 hours of post-birth care with your partner and or support team. So what my hospital required was that there was a support person in the hospital, so that way I could sleep, and they would be able to take care of the baby while I was sleeping, but also just for basic things like helping me get out of the bed, or bringing the baby to me when the baby needed to be nursed. So those types of things, I think, are things that we really do need to think about. So here is the checklist for the third trimester. And then it goes into the monthlies again. I'm just wondering what that first trimester like notes page, it must be misplaced or something. I'm not quite sure. But then this starts with third trimester starting with 28, the 28th week, and then it goes through. Let's see how many weeks they give you. So full pregnancy is 40 weeks. So they do have 41 weeks, which means that you're a week overdue. And then it ends with a notes page. Again, not a journaling page like on the first trimester, but just a notes page here. But I think that's kind of cool that they give you 41 weeks. For some people it could be 42 weeks. So I would have actually preferred 42 and then just saying it's like you're overdue at that point. But I think nowadays, at least in the States, we do, a lot of like medical professionals do encourage you to be induced by the 40th week. So even if, you are hitting the 40th mark, and the baby is not coming, they do encourage you to kind of like get the baby out of there. But then this divider says planning. You are our greatest adventure. Right, and then here it says newborn necessities. So these are all the planning pages that you can kind of use anytime during the pregnancy. It's time to check all the boxes to be sure you have what you need to care for your baby and use the suggestions below to help you. And so I won't read every single section, but then there's a section here for nursery and lots of blank spots for things that you might need for the nursery. Then there's clothing for the baby and a couple of spots there. Feeding items for baby, and then right here hygiene items for the baby, playtime, on the go, and then miscellaneous. And so there's lots of blank spots everywhere, but in case you need even more, there's an entire things to buy here for things that don't fit here or that don't fit into these categories. So you do have that space right there. Here's a page, this is super cool, for baby names. Use this worksheet to write down your favorite names, family names, and any other names you'd like to consider. So here are names to consider for girls, boys, neutral names, middle names or family names, nicknames or alternatives, and then the favorite names. That's really cool. I love that. And then right here it says self-care checklist. It's important to take time to protect your well-being to support a healthy pregnancy journey. Use the grid below to get some ideas on how to show your self-care and kindness along the way. And so it's kind of set up like bingo, except it's not like 5 columns. It has here unplug for a full day each week, practice positive and kind self-talk. And then it's a hobby you love, and you can write in what the hobby is. Go for a nature walk, create a vision board, read a book, spend quality time with your partner or loved ones, a happy task, and again, a spot for you to write what that task is for you. Get your hair and or nails done, journal, unwind by, with a space for you to write that in, bake your favorite treat, enjoy time with friends, create a special playlist, enjoy your favorite meal, watch your favorite movie, add your own self-care item, buy yourself something special, get a prenatal massage, meditate. I love that there are these 4 spots for you to kind of write what you want, but then there are also all the ones that are already there for you. I love that. This one is nursery plans. Use this worksheet to budget and draft up a plan for your baby's space. So size and space of the room, right? And it gives you a spot to kind of do the calculation for the square feet. What is the wall height? Other details about the space. And then here for look and feel, it says what style are you going for and themes to consider. Then here is a color palette. Build a color palette below. I would probably just do swatches or like just color dots here. Furniture, so you get a chance to write down what type of furniture, the budget, the actual cost, and then if you've gotten it. And decor and paint, same thing here with what the decor is, the budget, cost, and if you got it. And then miscellaneous, and then there's a total at the bottom. Right here, it's basically a like a dot grid sheet where you can kind of lay out what you want to how to lay out the room. So I would just draw out the room and put in like doors and things like that, windows, so that way I can kind of draft the room. I actually did this for Sophia. What I ended up doing was using sticky notes that were cut down to the correct size for each of the furniture items that I had, and so then I just kind of like mapped it on there. So I made it to scale, and just used the sticky notes to kind of move the pieces around instead of drawing it on here on paper. So I thought that was super helpful, right? Less will become more. Focus on the bare essentials because you'll continue to accumulate things for many years to come. Be mindful to use closet space to discreetly organize baby items. Totally agree with that. Ease of layout. You'll want easy access to your baby's bed, changing table, and storage. Consider lighting, windows, and window coverings, as well as access to outlets. And then don't overcommit. You don't have to fit everything into a specific theme or style. Your baby's personality will develop over time, and you may find that things will ebb and flow as you develop a routine. All right, I love that. All right, then here is gender reveal. So it's a 2-page spread for the gender reveal. Use this worksheet to plan the details of your gender reveal gathering. If you don't plan to have this, of course you don't have to use this, but it gives you a chance to write basically all the details for the venue location, the date and time, event details including themes, decor, food and drinks, other details. Here are 3 options for reveal ideas. Who do you want present at the gender reveal story. All right, how did family and friends react? And then a photo spot. And then here is the baby shower, same deal. If you don't have a baby shower, you don't have to have or use this page, but you can use this worksheet to take note of the details of your baby shower or sprinkle. So venue, date and time, the event hosts, who was the point person and who were their co-hosts, other details, the guest list. Here are outfit planner options. Record your gifts. You record it on the next pages here, but here's a journaling spot for your favorite memories, and then photos. And then this is where you keep track of your gifts, including from the baby shower or any other events that you have. Then this, I actually developed this myself for Rose, at least. I did not do this for Sophia, my older daughter, but I definitely did this for my younger daughter. I was really concerned because I felt like she wasn't moving as much as Sophia did in the 3rd trimester. So I actually developed this myself. So this is a chart. Use this chart to track your baby's kicks, twists, rolls, and jabs. And so you put the dates, you put the time, and then you count. And so what you're supposed to do is, I can't remember the exact number. I wish there was a little note saying what you are supposed to count to, but I think I was tracking like at least a little bit of movement in 30 minutes. So I was doing it for 30 minutes and just making sure that there was at least some movement. I can't remember if I was looking for 1 or 3 or 5. I can't remember the number. So that's definitely a question for Dr. Google to see what I should be tracking. Also check in with your OBGYN about that. But then I would just write notes for like what it felt like. So I would wake up like early in the morning and just like have all this anxiety about like not feeling her move. And so I definitely did this. And so that's just, I think, really super cool to have that in there. I might have just put that with the 3rd trimester though, because that was a very specific 3rd trimester thing that I was keeping track of. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But here is a baby moon budget. Again, if you don't do baby moons, then you wouldn't use these pages, but your baby moon can be whatever you'd like depending on how you're feeling and how far along you are. It could be a day trip, a night at a cozy B&B, or sightseeing. While planning, consider how you're feeling, adventurous and energetic, or tired and in need of downtime, and if you're physically able to travel. All right, so transportation and some of the info for that, accommodations and info for that, food and drink, activities/miscellaneous, and then here's the travel plans. So what is the location, the travel dates, transportation, flight information, accommodations, and then the same thing on the way back, activities and experiences, and then other details. I have not ever done a baby moon, so I can see these working really well as just like packing list, but I've never done a baby moon. But these are like super nice, even if you're not doing a baby moon, just to use for actual trips. So here's a packing list. It has clothing and shoes, miscellaneous, other, accessories, jewelry, personal health, technology, documents, and then helpful tip, bring your documents. When traveling, be prepared with the following medical documents should anything happen. That would be your prenatal chart or medical notes, emergency contact details for your doctor, insurance documents, doctor's letter permitting travel. That last one is super important when you're pregnant. And so here, baby moon memories, again, journaling and photo spots. And then lastly, again, I think this is more 3rd trimester, so it's still planning, so I can kind of see why it's in here, but it says preparing your bags. You can never be too prepared when it comes to packing for your delivery. Here's how to be sure you have what you need at your fingertips. I will not read this to you, but again, just so you can see it. I'm reading it silently to myself, and I definitely think these are like great ideas. right, I'll come back up again. The one thing that's not on this list that I thought was super important for my hospital bag was snacks. So I'm noticing things like water. They gave me a water bottle, so that was not super important, but definitely like make sure that you have your charger. A super long charging cord was something that I needed. Like it says that right there, extra long chargers for your electronics. That's absolutely true because your hospital bed is so far away from the outlet, at least at my hospital. And then I brought my planner and things like that. But again, the thing that I think is missing from here is making sure that you have snacks, because you probably, there are certain types of food that you like to just kind of snack on, and if you don't have that with you in the hospital, you're going to be very grumpy. So definitely make sure that you have snacks in your bag. That's just my suggestion. You have a spot here to add the specifics of your hospital bag, so you can just list those things out. And then this last page for the planning section is the birth plan. So document your wishes ahead of time using the following worksheet. Be sure to have extra copies for your room and nursing staff for quick reference. So here are your personal details: name, partner's name, your doctor's or like provider contact information, pregnancy details including expected due date, where will the birthing take place, number of previous deliveries, what type of deliveries they were, and then here health information. So did you have gestational diabetes? That would be positive for both of mine. This is group B strep, rhesus, negative blood type, other health conditions, religious, cultural factors, allergies, other notes, pain management. How would you want pain to be managed? Would it be advised by the doctor, managed with the help of medication, managed with alternatives to medication? So things like here, massage and heat, meditation, relaxation, hydrotherapy. So you have all of these options, and you can just check what would work best for you as part of your birth plan. Just also keep in mind that birth plans you do lay out beforehand, as you can see here, but in the middle of birthing, some of these might change as well. So, but it's nice to think about it when you're not under stress of like delivery. So here, before delivery, who do you want present, and what are some of the things that would help make your environment more comfortable for you? Do you have a doula? Do you have a photographer? Then during delivery, what are some of the things that you want to happen during the delivery, and what are the things that you want to have happen after delivery? This is kind of cool. So things like here, cord blood, do you want that to be collected or not collected? How do you want the placenta to be delivered? First skin to skin contact, do you want it before bath or after bath? Some of these things might be dictated by the hospital, so just keep that in mind if you're delivering in a hospital, but it's nice just to kind of consider all of those things. And then again, there's a planning, just like a regular notes page for you to take more notes if you need to. And then we have baby's arrival. Life is best lived one day at a time. I love that. That's so cute. All right, so here, delivery story. They're finally here. You've met your little miracle. Take a moment to write down your story of the day below. I love that. That's so awesome. All right, all the details. Welcome home. So what's your baby's name, date of birth, time of birth, weight, length, eye color, hair color, delivery doctor's name, birth location, baby's first visitors. I need a much longer list than that. Send your thank yous for any birth gifts or any other gifts that you received while in hospital. I would assume you have the separate list for all the gifts that you received prior to. And then you can put your first photo of the baby in there. I love that. Okay. A letter to baby. Write a welcome letter to your new baby in which you share the best parts of your pregnancy, what you thought and felt when you first held them, and your excitement around the adventures that are in front of you together. And you have like 2 pages to write this letter. Oh my gosh, it's making me tear up. That's so cute. Right, and then memories and moments. I love this. Okay, so photos, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but like it has all these spots for photos, but it also has like these like journaling sections for you to kind of caption or journal about each of the photos. I love that. Right, and then this is what the page looks like to end it. And then notes. This divider says enjoy the little moments. I feel like that was very similar. Okay, yeah, it's kind of similar. Enjoy the little moments. And then it's just note pages. So the back of the divider is a notes page, but all of these are just notes pages, which is super useful if you want to pull in additional notes pages in any of the other sections, or just have a separate notes page just in the back. So this is what the back cover looks like. This video was way longer than I thought it would be, but I just like to make sure that I give you all the information for it, just in case you want to see what that looks like. I really wish I had this because this is so useful. It's actually some of the exact things that I have in my own personal, like my own pregnancy journal. So I'm thinking about doing it like a comparison video of like what this setup is like versus what I did myself as a DIY. Yeah, I might do that. I just wanted to see. So anyway, for this video though, I did want to just flip through the pregnancy journal and show you what that looked like. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you're interested in buying this and using it. I don't know if you're planning to get pregnant, but I'm gonna keep this for my nieces who are getting old enough where they might be pregnant soon. And so this would be a good kind of pregnancy gift for them. I also have the baby's first year, which is the matching planner, which I think would just be a great like overall gift to have, like the pregnancy as well as the baby's first year as like memory books for mom. And so I'm gonna save it in my stash because it's a matching set. I just love it. I think it looks really great. I think it's useful. So I'm gonna keep it. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to read through here in a little bit more detail. I can certainly do that. Or if you have any general comments about the planner, just let me know those as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, bye guys.